Hello and greetings, everyone here today. Kind of feel like game day coming through the tunnel. But I just want to say thank you to Hashtag for giving this opportunity to come speak with you today about our company. My name is Najee Goode, and I come here to you today as a 7-year vet, a reigning Super Bowl champion, and a father and an engineer, and a huge fan of sports and technology. And growing up as a legacy, being the first father-son combo of the Philadelphia Eagles, I've had a unique window and perspective into the world of sports and technology and how the two coexist. And that's specifically why I'm here today. I went to West Virginia University, attended there as an engineer, graduated in industrial and mechanical engineering. And being an engineer, I've had a unique perspective and look at systems and how they're built, how they're ran, operated, especially involving sports and technology. And if any one of you have been around engineers, you know how particular we can be about systems and how nitpicky. But the main reason why I'm here today is because we analyze those systems, and from every perspective, we see that the base of each system, in our case, fans and the fan experience, is the one thing that everyone needs to improve to build every level of every system. And that's the main reason why I'm here today, and excited to introduce to you VEEPIO with my CEO, Jonathan Ohliger, a good friend of mine.
Well, thank you. So hello. So the first thing you're going to notice back here in a demo is you're going to see our logo, the VEEPIO logo. The idea is it's going to be the international symbol for clicking on media. So every time you see this inside a professional sports team app, you know there's more information available inside that media. So here's a video of Carson Wentz with our technology. This is actually live inside the Eagles app, and I'm going to play this video for you. So what you're going to see,
Carson Wentz is a magician. If you didn't know already,
there's going to be interactive objects that you can click on to find out more information while this video is playing. So there's Alshon scoring a touchdown, the height of excitement. I want to be able to buy his jersey as a fan, to take advantage of these micro moments of excitement. So you can turn these buttons on or off.
How did that happen?
And you'll see that anybody that looks with this technology with a picture looks for 7 seconds longer. Anybody that looks at Eagles media with our technology in a video looks an average of 42 seconds longer.
Third and goal. Back goes.
You can see you can drive traffic back to the Eagles website. You're still inside this media. So you can capture all that engagement that you've formerly been giving away to the social networks.
Wentz, he ducks under the rush. He is floating it for Clement, who has a touchdown.
Listen, that's your quarterback. It's a great catch by Corey Clement.
So not only can you sell products,
that's your quarterback.
Publishers can drive articles, provide more content inside this media. You can bring in your social channels. For instance, it's Carson Wentz. So the question is, how do we do it? So we deliver our mobile technology inside any mobile app in the world on iOS or Android. So right now we're integrated with the Eagles, and now we're going to be integrating with the Colts in a few days. So the big thing is we integrate our technology into the existing workflow. That's really important because people like to receive information the way they're used to receiving it. So we don't interrupt that. What's pretty magical about what we do is we're going to show you is how we collect the touch. The touch is probably the most valuable interaction the human can have on the phone. And we've deconstructed the phone and every software and hardware process inside of it to make sure we don't violate any terms of service to gather this. So you're used to looking at a phone head on in a two-dimensional way. What I'm about to show you is a cross-section of the phone. And what you'll notice on the bottom, there's a play button. What you'll notice is you think those are navigation buttons, so normally a play or a pause button. And you can see right here, that Q, that's Apple's QuickTime Player. So any video plays on a player. So in between all these processes, we're figuring out how to collect that fan interaction. The reason being, when you click, we know you like it. If you like it, we can give you more of what you like. And the idea of improving fan experience, as Najee was alluding to, is that giving the fans what they want when they want is a much better strategy for selling products directly from media. We can sell any product directly to the consumer without having a physical store. So as all these leagues want to expand globally, the next 2 billion internet users, we can facilitate that, which is super interesting. So this is how we do it. Now I'm going to show you how fast we can do it. So this is something called Veep Maker. This is what we give the Eagles and the Colts and the Broncos. People would like to make interactive media in real time. So you can see here, let me see. Here's Najee. So I'm going to hit publish. Make sure it's there. Okay. So I'm going to go into this photo gallery. If you see our logo, you're going to know there's more information available. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, he raises money for the Eagles. So you could donate directly to a charity and fuel that community activism that the NFL is so great at. And you could add special content from Najee's social channel. This is something we made for him last year after the Eagles scored a touchdown and the entire defense celebrated, and Najee was a little late.
So
we decided to make this for him.
Oh my God, he forgot to dance.
I was tired.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, look, he just left the field.
I'm cool. I'm not depressed. I'm good. All my boys, you know, my teammates, LB said I was good.
He is not good.
Yeah, he's getting trolled online.
Learn how to dance! Way to go!
And then he met Franz. And that's when everything changed.
One, two, three. Do the whole thing.
Good. Yes, Najee, yes!
One.
Good.
Faster! More passion! Good! Faster! Yes! Yes!
You're ready. Go. Let's dance.
So this video actually, we made it for about $300. We made it in 2 hours. It got 1 million views in 72 hours. You just watched 2 minutes inside of a photograph inside the Eagles app. So every sponsor that's trying to be a part of the Eagles platform or the NFL or the NBA platform, now they can not only position their brand with the team, but you could actually, if this was Bose headphones, for instance, you could click on the headphones and purchase them directly from the media, which is a super interesting proposition. And because the players and the team's interests are already aligned, it's a way we can grow this ecosystem and the revenue for the leagues and hopefully the players at some point with a specific focus. So thank you. If you guys have any questions, please let us know.
I can't dance too, by the way. I'm tired. Thank you. Question?
Hey guys, really good demo. So as far as the computer vision algorithms that were used, was that proprietary or was it used from a third-party company?
It's a combination of OpenCV, some open source stuff, and then some special tweaks. Okay. So that's when we actually create them. Obviously, it would take forever to go frame by frame with your finger, but once you activate the object of interest, it runs with it. You have to correct it manually. But we like that. This technology was intended to be user-generated, so hopefully we think it would be great if the teams gave this to the fans. So maybe in the stadium, they could make their own interactive content. It takes 2 seconds. It doesn't create a lot of additional bandwidth. But yeah, that's the answer.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. The rollout plan is we've integrated with the YinsCam platform. There's about 300 professional sports teams globally on it. And we just announced this morning a new partnership with a company called Adept Mobile, who has the UFC. They have 7 football pro teams and I believe the Celtics. And so we're really excited about them. There's all sorts of new vendors, which we think are going to be great complements to our service. So for instance, they have an AI messaging tool on the site. So you walk into the stadium, you wonder where your seat is. It goes to tell you, and then you can use our technology for the last mile to click and find out maybe what you were wearing the last time, or different vendors along the way you might want to have product service to your seat. So that's super interesting. They're also doing some live streaming stuff, which will allow you to look at all the different angles that they won't put on the scoreboard on your phone if you're a subscriber. So you can use our technology to add your own comments or add additional, maybe you view from your seat. It'll be a much more immersive experience. So.
Whatever. So is the plan to just sell this as a white label software tool to integrate with these platforms, or are you going to charge some sort of a per impression or per purchase, fee as you go through integrating with some of these brands?
Yes, so there'll be a licensing fee. We will give them the tool to not only create the interactive content, but publish it into their mobile app in real time. We also have a real-time analytics tool. What's interesting about this is it measures cross-platform attribution. So any interaction on iOS or Android, it puts into this proprietary funnel we generated, and then we display it for you on desktop. So basically every box you create is a live A/B test. For an example, Ford is probably one of the biggest sponsors in the NFL. They have Najee with a red Ford or a blue Ford. Whichever one the fans would rather see him in, we can automatically update all the links on the back end and make sure that those objects of interest are blue Fords. And so it's super interesting. The next phase of that answers a problem that most publishers have told us that they have, which is they don't know what kind of content to create. And so because on the phone, it's a social feed, right? It's an infinite chain. Every single cell is numbered. So we can organize those for the team in any way they see fit, meaning we can give them the most interesting channel depending on what their fans want to see when they want to see it. And we think, as Najee said, giving the customer, the end user, the fan, what they want when they want it, to have a seamless experience to enjoy the game in any way they see fit, it's a much better strategy than pop-up ads.
Guess that's all our time. Oh, we got one more.
Hey, yeah, sorry, one more question. So as far as scaling out, what is the plan to scale out to other teams? So is it hosting on a cloud platform or using their existed infrastructure? Or
sure, so the way it works is it's a really light application. We actually are approved by the NFL, so we have API access in there. And so really what our technology does is we tell the computer to draw a line around that object, and then we give you a link to the website that's associated with it. So we're not even serving their content, really. We're just adding metadata to it, so it's super light. So that's why our scaling plans are so simple. We can host on AWS like we do and deliver this into any mobile application that's in the Google Play Store or the iOS Store. Our next big focus after Adept Mobile is Twitter. I know they're here today. We'd love to talk to you.
Thanks.
Welcome. Oh, sure.
Right here.
How do you deal with the changing permissions and that landscape in different in the different app stores? In particular, like iOS, they're getting a bit more strict about what you can do in-app and that type of thing.
Sure. Our technology team, which is headed by our CTO, Jonathan Moberly, he's absolutely unbelievable. They're on top of all these changes. Not only do they maintain them, but we've been playing with Apple's AR kit for the last year, and we have some really cool stuff. If the Colts let us release it, we will. And the other interesting thing about us is because of Najee and D'Amico is here, who's our founding investor, the Eagles ended up partnering with us, and they own 20% of the company. So we actually are the NFL in some view, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we navigate that. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it.